And a very good morning from Universal's Epic Universe. You're watching Adventure Planet, where I'm here today for the very first time at Universal's brand new park, located just a couple of miles southeast of Universal Orlando, Florida. I'll tell you what, oh my God, the buzz here, you can probably hear it behind me, is incredible. All the press are here is absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to get inside this park for the first time. Of course, today is its official opening day. So yeah, there's just this incredible buzz around. They had some opening ceremonies last night. The blue carpets were all out. There were some stars here from Harry Potter, amongst others. And I'll tell you what, that buzz from last night is continuing over into this morning. Cannot wait to step inside. Of course, construction here started back in 2019. It was due to open back in 2023, but it was delayed due to the pandemic. And obviously, of course, the official opening day today, May 22nd, 2025. Now, the park sits on about 110 acres. There's 4 roller coasters here, all spread across 5 themed worlds. And I'm going to be looking at each one of those, not in too much detail today, because obviously I do only have one day to get this park done. And I am expecting some pretty high crowds, chaos, and high queue times. But we'll see what we can get done today, obviously. Really looking forward to picking up the 4 credits if I can. But there's also a lot of other attractions here as well, including potentially 2 of the best dark rides anywhere in the world. So really looking forward to getting on those as well. Now, I have been given some tips of an advice from people that have visited here before. I'm going to be taking the single rider queue on all of the roller coasters, as apparently there's not too much theming to see in the queue lines for those. So I'm going to be getting on those as quickly as I can. And in terms of the park itself, it's been open for some time now. It started off with annual pass holder previews only. Then that was extended to pretty much everybody else just several weeks ago. So the park has been open for a little while now. However, I have quite proudly, I would say, avoided all of the walkthroughs, the deep dives, the leaked on-ride POVs. I avoided it all. I've not seen anything about this park apart from the construction videos by BioReconstruct and Theme Park Stop. So all of this is pretty much going to be my first impressions. I'll tell you what, it's going to be an incredible day. Park hours, originally I thought, was 9 a.m. through till 10 p.m, but it's only just gone 7 o'clock in the morning. And the park's open. So let's go take a look around the plaza area as we enjoy my first visit here at Universal's Epic Universe. Oh my God, I cannot wait. Oh, and here we go then, about to walk through the Chronos for the first time of one of the most ambitious projects in theme park history. It is Epic Universe. Hey, how you doing? Hey, the buzz is incredible. Absolutely fantastic. Hey, how you doing?
Thank you.
Wow. Oh, wow. Look at this as we enter into what is essentially the first themed area. It is Celestial Park. The flame effects, the music, all the buildings around. Oh my God, this is absolutely incredible. Wow. Oh, Constellation Carousel over the back there, the Helios Grand Hotel. All the rock work around here. Oh, it just looks absolutely stunning. The goddess Luna draws the veil across the worlds as colors pale, her glowing face reflects the light and pulls the stars into the night. And that's the thing about this park, is it's supposedly absolutely incredible at night. Cannot wait to see it. And there's the Chronos from the other side, everybody just spilling into the park. And like I say, park rides here don't open until 9 o'clock, but the park is open to just kind of freely wander around and just check out everything. Oh wow. And while that is the case, I think it'd be a pretty good idea for me actually to just check out Celestial Park. I'm actually kind of, it's kind of knocked my plans a little bit, because I expected to get here and there obviously be a queue. Hey, how you doing? A big queue, you know, and I was going to basically run past everybody straight to Dark Universe to get on Monsters Unchained. But yeah, the fact that the park is open and everybody's in here, I have to kind of do a little bit of replanning. Oh, look at this, moonship chocolates and celestial sweets. Oh wow, all the stars up there. Oh wow, look at this. Other World's Mercantile there, the main gift shop. Oh wow. Look at these benches. Hey. Oh, there's nothing quite like visiting a theme park for the first time, but it's not very often you get to do it for a Universal park, you know. Hey, of course this is Universal's 4th park here in Florida. You've obviously got the Universal Resort, featuring Universal Studios, Universal Islands of Adventure, and you've also got Volcano Bay here as well. All these little kiosks around. Oh, Constellation Carousel looks absolutely glorious. Look at that. So basically what they're doing is, because the park has been open for some time now, I believe, people are basically queuing, waiting for the portals to open. This here on the left that they barriered off here, the left side here is for Super Nintendo World, and then this right side is basically for everywhere else. Look at the queue for Super Nintendo World. Wow. Look at the people. Absolutely incredibly popular area, this. Look at the crowds. That's crazy. I've literally only been in this park for 10 minutes and I'm just blown away by everything. Look at this. What a sight. Absolutely incredible. You got the Blue Dragon just over the back there, nice Pan-Asian restaurant here in Celestial Park. And there's some incredible shows that happen with this absolutely amazing fountain package here in front of the Helios Grand. And of course, Epic Universe is a hub and spoke format park. So you've got Celestial Park here is the hub, and then you've got the 4 other themed areas branch off of that through their own portals. You've got Super Nintendo World, you've got Dark Universe, you've got Isle of Berk from How to Train Your Dragon, and you've got Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic. And we're going to be taking a look at all of those throughout this video. Wow. Meteor Astropub there, love the signage for that, look at that. The burger going along there. This hotel though, look at it. There's a rooftop bar up there as well. You can just kind of see it up the top here. I mean, you imagine the views from there across this park. All this kind of seating area around here where you can just sit down, relax. The screen bag there. Yeah, grab your breakfast, grab your coffee, or if you bring a picnic into the park or something, you just sit on all of these areas overlooking this absolutely incredible fountain package. This bridge is nicely detailed as well. I'm really pleased actually that the park is open now and just allows me to walk around Celestial Park. I mean, obviously I do have to wait until 9 o'clock to do the other portals, but I was thinking I was going to have to wait till 9 to do this, so this is nice to be able to see all this before the park really opens, you know. And there's the Blue Dragon. Pan-Asian restaurant. That's really nice actually, that's really well detailed. And this actually has only just recently opened. I don't believe this was open for any of the previews. There's just a quick look at the menu there. Dim sum, some small plates, got kind of your dumplings, smashed cucumbers, there we are, dragon sauce, cold noodles. Actually looks really nice. Snowflake pot stickers, look at that. I just want to do as best a job I can today of just capturing everything even if it is going to be absolutely carnage in terms of queue times and things like that, and even if I don't get on everything today or see everything, which I highly expect I'm not going to, it's just being here, you know, capturing that opening day atmosphere and just saying that I was kind of a part of history, really. I was there. Opening day of Epic Universe. Tell you what, I've only just walked around half of Celestial Park, and from what I've seen, I've just been blown away. You almost forget that sometimes, you know, that Universal do everything to such an incredibly high standard. Everything from the planting down here behind me with all the lights in amongst it all. Constellation Carousel looks incredible. All of the theming around, the detailing is just on a completely another level. It is just insane. Gonna head on down now and take a closer look at Stardust Racers. This is incredible. I haven't even come out of Celestial Park yet. I haven't visited any of the other portals because they're not yet open. Still got an hour to go. But what I've seen so far, oh, absolutely amazing. It really is. And here we go then, walking down towards Celestial Park's only coaster. It is, of course, Stardust Racers, a Mack Rides dueling launch coaster. And look at this. Oh, I cannot wait to ride this. Oh, the mist effects. Wow. Oh, look at that. What a photo opportunity that is. That was kind of the opening ceremony for Epic Universe. About 10 minutes, fireworks going off at every single one of the portals around the park. That was so incredibly loud. Wow, the audio, the effects, the fireworks, some real ground shakers in there. It's a shame that it was obviously light, because I'm sure they would have looked absolutely awesome at night. But that's it, that should be the portals all opening now. Earlier than I thought. Looks like they're opening the portals at maybe 8 o'clock. Rides open then at 9. And here we go then. The portals are now open here at Epic Universe. And my first one is going to be Dark Universe. It has to be. It's alive. It's alive. Oh, look at this. You know, every single one of these the people here. Hey! They're all going to be heading to Monsters Unchained. But I have to get this ride ticked off. I've been looking forward to it for what feels like forever. Oh, look at this. Looks great. Now, obviously, technically, the Kronos is really the first portal of the park. But this kind of feels like the first proper one, you know. Look at this. Oh, wow. The portals are so detailed. And there's that transition from Celestial Park into Darkmoor. Oh, yes. Oh, the mist effects, all the gravestones around. Look at this. Big crypt here. Frankenstein catacombs. There we are. Emergency Underground, was that? I think it said through there. Of course, I'll have a more of a detailed look at this after I've had my ride on Monsters Unchained. This is just kind of my first reactions, really. Oh, look at this. The signage. All the rock work around here, all this mist happening. Oh, wow. All the cages up here with the bodies in. Oh, look at this for a reveal. The manor. All the arrows in the top here on the balcony. Some big fights happen here. Dr. Septimus Praetorius. One of the shops here. Does Steakhouse just off to the right there. Hey! Oh, wow. Got the violinist up there as well. Hey! All of the staff around. Oh, it's such an epic atmosphere. It really is. This is just phenomenal. Oh, look at the buildings around here. This just looks absolutely... This... Oh, wow. Universal, they just do everything on such a high level. Look at this manor. Oh, the music, the atmosphere around here. Can you imagine what this looks like at night? Oh, I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for this. How about this as a facade for a ride? Wow. Here we go through the portcullis. Oh, get some of that nice air conditioning, that's for sure. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's really nice. All the detailing on the ceiling. Oh, look at this. Wow. The ceiling in here, all the lighting. Oh, it really does set that tone, that atmosphere. Look at this. For Victoria's eyes only. Shadows over Darkmoor. Wow. Oh, there he is, Frankenstein's monster. Look at all the props around here. All the skulls, heads in tanks, all the tools around, the books. Oh, there's just so much to see here. You could probably spend a day going through all the detailing in these queue lines. Look at this. Well, I'm sure you've probably already seen by the length of the video here on YouTube that this is going to be a bumper vlog. It's going to be about the length of a Marvel movie. Oh, that's a cool effect. Love the bat in there, that looks great.
This is just the emergency feature function. Now, these people are friends. See? There's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing, better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness.
And I've just had my ride on Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment there. What a great experience that was. Exiting here into the gift shop. You can obviously get your photo just off to the right there. And you've got all the merchandise around, which I thought I'd take a quick look at. Oh, the Bride of Frankenstein in here, all of the monsters. I like that, that's quite cool. The manor on the front there. That's nice as well. With some glow-in-the-dark hoodies, some flasks. You got some of the dolls here as well, all the Frankenstein dolls. Creature from the Black Lagoon there, there's Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman. All of the monsters that you actually see in the ride. These are cool as well, aren't they? If you've got kids, they can dress up as all of the classic monsters. You know, all the costumes. There she is. Some of the Dracula shirts, Wolfman. All the mugs in here as well. There he is, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I like that, they got merch for all of the separate monsters. That's pretty cool. And I've just had my ride on Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment then. Waited about 10 minutes. They opened the ride nice and early, 8:30. They're not waiting till 9. They're getting the rides open and getting people through, which is fantastic to see. Currently on a 20-minute wait now. And I'll tell you what, starting off with the queue line, absolutely brilliant. I was just appreciating getting into that air conditioning out of this humid heat. But the queue line was amazing. All the props around, the detailing, loved that 3D bat effect. Some of the animatronics around that you see as well, and all the lighting and the audio just gives this kind of real brooding atmospheric effect, which is fantastic. All of the queue line just kind of wrapping around the manor, the staircase going up into the top, absolutely fantastic. You have the pre-show that you saw some footage there of Victoria Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster himself, basically telling the story of how she's carrying out these experiments on the monsters. She wants to carry out an experiment on Dracula, however, in the ride, it basically goes wrong. He escapes and wackiness ensues. And I'll tell you what, the ride itself was phenomenal. You come into basically the loading area, and the area is absolutely huge. It's massive, huge turntable, really, really great use of space with all the effects. You've got the chains hanging down, more of that lighting. And in terms of the ride itself, it's basically a Kuka Robo arm. So think very much Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, but on a much more epic scale. Oh, the ride itself was amazing. The movement of the ride system itself was fantastic. You're on your left, your right, your back, looking up at the ceiling, looking down at the floor. Really, really good. Definitely an improvement on what you would expect on Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. There was fire effects in there, smoke effects, mist effects, and some of the animatronics in there were mind-blowingly good, especially the Dracula ones. Absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen anything quite like that in my life. There was a couple of bits, I will say, where the system kind of points you to the floor or takes you up towards the ceiling, where you can see some of the show building. Some scenes aren't quite dark enough and some parts not quite as detailed, but you're only going to notice that if you're kind of looking for them, you know. Otherwise, the ride itself was absolutely brilliant. You're basically going through all the scenes. Some of the set pieces and scenes in there are absolutely huge, and you basically got all the Universal Dark Monsters, as we just saw in the gift shop. Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula himself, basically all kind of fighting amongst each other. I'll tell you what though, that Dracula animatronic, especially the one towards the end, absolutely phenomenal. Loved that ride. Hopefully I'll get to ride it again a little bit later on in the day. Not even 9 o'clock yet, so really happy that that I've been all around Celestial Park, got into my first themed area here in Darkmoor, and my first ride on Monsters Unchained. And speaking of rides, we've got a roller coaster here as well. It's Curse of the Werewolf. Let's go and check out this Mack Ride spinning coaster. And there's just another look at the facade of Victoria Frankenstein's manor then. It does look glorious, doesn't it? Worth noting as well that there is actually a single rider line to Monsters Unchained as well. However, if you do join that, you will miss out on some of that epic queue line theming. So do bear that in mind as Curse of the Werewolf goes just off to the left of us here. Yeah, looking forward to trying this out actually, the Mack Ride spinning coaster. I will say, it looks quite fun, but there's netting everywhere from what I can see here, down at the sides here, over at the back, all up the top here as well. I gotta say, first impressions is that it certainly doesn't look the best off-ride. However, we'll see how it rides on. Oh, look at the manor through here, through the trees. Oh, this area looks incredible. If the other portals are anything like this, we're in for a treat. Another little food unit just off to the right here. Selling canned beers and beverages. And just down here, you've got the Burning Blade Tavern. Oh, look at that. Just got all the audio. You can hear it kind of creaking away there. You get all your food and drinks in there. And of course, this puts on an epic show of itself with all the real fire effects that envelop that windmill. I'm not sure how often it does it, maybe every 15, 20 minutes or so. But yeah, it certainly does happen throughout the day. Love the signage for it here as well. Burning Blade Tavern, there we are with the lantern there. And then the windmill in the background, look at that. Fantastic. As we head further around Darkmoor then, everything in the park is open today, or so I've been told, all the rides, all the shows. I'm just not quite sure how much of it I'm actually going to be able to do. I mean, we'll see. I'll get as much of it done as I can. Are you cursed? Ask Mallower, is that? And there we are. There is the entrance to the Mack Ride spinning coaster. And like I say, I will actually take single rider for this, as I have been told. Like I say, the queue line theming for the coasters isn't exactly that much to worry about, so I'm not too bothered if I miss that. It's only a 20-minute wait time anyway, but I will join the single rider queue. That is just a quick look at the board. If you want to get all the information for this ride, let's go join. And I've just spotted this signage for Curse of the Werewolf just on the left side of the ride here. How amazing is that? That looks great, doesn't it? Oh, the werewolf there with his glowing eyes, the little lanterns off to the left. The little flowers on the side of this kind of almost like gypsy wagon-esque building here. It looks great. And here we are in the single rider line then for Curse of the Werewolf. As you can see, the main queue just kind of wraps around here underneath this building here and then around the back. But single rider is a walk-on. There we are, straight on the ride, no waiting at all. Here's a quick look at the station. Again, all nicely undercover, which is good. All right, time to get on. Curse of the Werewolf, first new credit of the day. And pretty much a walk-on ride there then on Curse of the Werewolf. And yeah, you know what? That wasn't too bad. Very much a coaster aimed at families, that one. You start off the ride with a little bit of a launch out of the station into a little bit of an airtime hill. Not really much airtime to be had, though. You come round back to the right a little bit. You go into another launch where you don't quite make it around the next bank. So you come back, a little bit of a swing launch system there, up to speeds of 37 miles an hour, as you then come back into that launch for the third time as you power around the rest of the layout. Had a little bit of a spin on there. I think that's what's really going to determine the intensity of your ride on that one. I didn't get too much of a spin. However, there were still some nice forces in some of the elements around there. And then as you come into the station, there's a few little bits and pieces to look up on the ceiling, a couple of models to the left to have a look at, and then you come into the station and that's it. Yeah, not too much with that one. There's a nice little effect on the station roof though, with the screen with the full moon on the top. That was quite nice. But like I say, you have to keep in mind that this one, very much one for the families. That it is also a bags on ride, hence all the netting around. You can actually take on your shoulder bag, just put it down by your feet, and yeah, it's nice and secure. It's not going to fly off anywhere, but of course for safety they need all the netting around the track, and that is around the entire track as well. So off ride, yeah, it really doesn't look the best, but the ride itself though, not too bad. And you've also got the Guild of Mystics here just off to the left, the little shop where you can get some masks and all of your werewolf related merchandise. And I have just had a second ride on Curse of the Werewolf just to see if I could get a bit of a better spin, but unfortunately still no luck. Yeah, you take your chances obviously with the spinning coasters. It really does depend on how the car is weighted. But what I did notice though is actually on the swing launch, when you go through the shed, if you look up you can actually see the werewolf himself, which is pretty cool. I missed that on the first go. Yeah, it's still a good family ride there. Did enjoy it. Like I say, I just wish it would be, wish it was a little bit longer. It was very, very short. As we head back into Darkmoor. Oh, cool, the mist coming out of the well. The Lion's Head. You got Dr. Jekyll's shop there. Absolutely incredible. And Dust Steakhouse as well. Another restaurant of the area. Hey, all the actors are out. Oh, this feels absolutely glorious. Oh, the effects on there. Absolutely no idea what that says. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Oh, it feels really nice though. But look at the buildings around here. This area is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Look at this, the seating here behind this massive wrought iron gate. Oh wow, the models in the back. I'm gonna have to go take a look at those. Hold on. This is basically a seating area for Dust Steakhouse. All the lanterns. Oh, look at this. Wow. All these props with the skeletons at the top, the candles. Look at these models here, these figures. All of them have been staked. And this is what I mean, see the detailing, all the gravestones out the back. Again, more of the mist effects coming through. The detailing in this area is just on another level, it really is. It's incredible. Love this. It's such a shame that I have to do this in all, just one day. Would love to take a kind of further breakdown of all of these different areas. Let's have a quick look inside Dust Steakhouse here. Oh, wow. Well, that's one thing to greet you, isn't it? Look at that. That's pretty scary. Wow. Oh, again, it's beautifully cool in here. Oh, this is really nice. Oh, look at this. I mean, I'm not going to get the chance to get in every single restaurant and every single shop in this park today, but if they're all on the same level of detail as this, look at the chandeliers here. All the stakes and the skulls and all the lighting. Oh. The lighting's just changed as well to kind of a blood red. Oh, look at all the artwork around here. I do have to apologize that this vlog is probably going to be just ridiculously long. Probably the longest vlog I've ever recorded since starting the channel. But there's just so much to see and document here and just take in, you know. The bats on the back of the seats. That's cool. Huge mural across the back there, really, really nice. Some more of the monsters up there. Wow. And it does smell really good in here, actually. It's currently 9:39, but I feel like I could have a full meal in here. It's it smells great. You got all your freestyle machines off to the left here. And I believe that each area here has its own kind of exclusive drink, I believe. Oh, there you go, Screaming Berry here in Darkmoor. And I believe all the other portals around the park have their own exclusive drink. But obviously, of course, you've got all of your, you know, your Fantas, your Sprites, iced teas here, and everything else that you can think of. What a fantastic restaurant. Oh, and the violinists here really do make it. They've got everything down here. Another little gift shop off to the right. This is Dr. Septimus Praetorius Oddities. Let's have a little look around here. Well, these are pretty cool. Interesting drinks bottle. There we go. And I believe that this shop is also home to the Monster Makeup Experience. So if you do want to come in here and kind of get dressed up as your favorite classic monster, you can do in here. He's pretty cool. Creature of the Black Lagoon. Dracula there, the Mummy, Wolfman. Again, just things like this, you know, all the little props and tools around. I mean, this doesn't need to be on the wall here. I mean, who thought that, you know, that needed to be a thing? But, you know, someone did, and it just makes the shop, you know, all these little things to look at. A big sarcophagus here. And there we go, that's it through there is obviously the Monster Makeup Experience. You've got all your chairs, all your makeup around, mirrors. And all goes on right behind there. And you've got obviously all your costumes and everything out here as well. Love these light bulbs. All the kind of twisty filaments in there. More kids' costumes. Yeah, things like this. I mean, look at this. There's little bits of movement in here. You've got a heart in a tank. And the noise of the heartbeat as well. Just something that you kind of wouldn't realize that a shop like this would need something like that, you know, but it's there and it just kind of creates that atmosphere. This is nice. I don't think I'd get away with wearing that to work. And yeah, just to the left of Dr. Septimus Praetorius's Scientific Oddities is the main entrance for the Monster Makeup Experience. You can see the signage for it just there. Obviously what we saw inside that shop was obviously the exit to that. But again, all the buildings around here. I tell you what, Darkmoor is absolutely incredible. And you can actually stand here. I was going to say, I wonder what that was. Stand here to take your epic photo. There you go. You can actually get a photo taken. For people like me, you're on your own. You need someone to take your photo. And that's it. That's back outside now then. Into, of course, Celestial Park. And that is worth noting that to exit each of these areas, you can just come out, or into as well if you want to. They all have their kind of own gateway like this. You don't actually have to enter and exit via the portal that we went through earlier, which is obviously this this section just here. What an absolutely incredible area. Darkmoor and Dark Universe, home to the absolutely amazing Monsters Unchained. Oh, we got Frosty Moon just through here as well, part of Celestial Park. And it looks like we've got a bit of a tiki bar here to the left as well. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this looks really nice, all the bamboo. Imagine they serve a selection of drinks, cocktails, mocktails and the like. Yeah, you go, see some on the back there, margarita, mudslide, pina colada. And what a beautiful setting as well to sip a nice cocktail. Got some of the seating areas around here. And here's Frosty Moon. You get all your ice creams, and all your assortment of different frozen treats. And you've got some more freestyle machines here as well. And I really do appreciate the park handing out the free water today. Really is needed. And then right in front of us here, another one of those main restaurants here in Celestial Park. It is the Oak and Star Tavern. Get your barbecue food in there and all your beers. Nice little seating area out here with all the little waterfalls. All the planting around. This is a really nice facade as well, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we'll go and have a quick look. Why not? Just see what it's like on the inside. Get some of that air conditioning. Oh, it smells absolutely amazing in here. Oh, do love a bit of barbecue. Oh, wow, yeah, look at the pillars here. Or detailing on the top of here. There's just a quick look at some of the menus. You've got all your meat platters there, you've got slow smoked brisket, as well as your salads as well. Sandwiches, chorizo and eggs. And you've got all your beers and wines there as well. Yeah, I really do like this, kind of this main centerpiece here, the big star on the front. You've got some owls down here as well. This looks like a massive fireplace. Wonder when that actually gets lit, or if it does lit. Oh, I don't know if you can light it or not, I'm not sure. It's definitely a fireplace though. That will look amazing if they do actually light that. All the little stars in the roof as well. And you've got your main bar just through here, lots of seating. Little stage area towards the back here. And all the detailing in the roof as well. It's the smells in here though for me. Do love a good brisket. Maybe I'll come in here and have some food a little bit later on. Love all the stained glass window here. That looks really nice. And I'll tell you what, you wouldn't believe it, would you? I mean, part of me did want to come down for the previews to take advantage of basically a quieter park. But I tell you what, this is the grand opening and the highest queue time at the moment is just 25 minutes, and that's for Stardust Racers. Most of the rides around the park at the moment are on 15 minutes. I mean, look at the pathways here. It's not what I would exactly call busy. And while it's like this, I'm going to jump on Constellation Carousel before I make my way down to Super Nintendo World. Love the signage here, but look at this. It's a walk-on. Let's go, and I can take you on this one. Hey, how you doing? Oh, look at this. What a unique carousel this is. Absolutely incredible. All the different ride designs, and you've got each ride actually moves up and down and around. It's actually on its own turntable, and then obviously the huge turntable around here as well. Some of the rides, some obviously the seats like this one here, like the bear and the rabbit here, are just kind of on the main turntable. So you want to try and get one that's actually on one of the main circles here, so it gets a bit more movement, you know. But the detailing here, look at this ride. And this almost isn't a ride really, from what I've been looking at, you know, just a little bit of off-ride there. It's more of kind of a show really. It's more of an experience than a full-on ride. All the lighting coming off each of the rides here, each of the seats. Wow. Let's get on. I can take you on this one. Let's see what it's like. Love this piece in the center here, all the movement and the kinetics of this ride. Really does look amazing. Taking my seat on the Lion, here he is. And of course you got your belt around here. Then you got a seat for the little ones in front of you if you do need it, with their own obviously safety belt here and their own footrests just here as well. So we're about to take a ride on Constellation Carousel, my first experience. And all the constellations in the ceiling as well. It's an amazing building, it really is. And here we go. I love all the stained glass windows here with the different phases of the moon kind of reflect down onto the ground as well. All the different phases, it's incredible. To be one of the most unique carousels out there in the world. Absolutely incredible. Like I say, it's a ride, but it's more just the experience of it. All the movement around in the building and that epic soundtrack. The movement is just phenomenal. What a great feel-good ride. Amazing. That ride really was gorgeous. Yeah, there really wasn't much to it, but just the movement and how it's all synced up to that soundtrack was absolutely glorious. I really, really enjoyed that. And this building is just incredible. All of the stained glass windows up there. It looks beautiful. It really does. And like I say, it all kind of reflects down on the floor here. And then it's just surrounded by this incredible fountain package. Stretches all the way down back to the chrono stairs. You can see them all. This park, it has to be one of the most gorgeous looking parks I've ever visited. And you just have to think that Universal know how to look after their parks. They're always so well maintained. All the landscaping is kept on top of, all the planting. You can imagine how this will look in a few years when a lot of the newer planting that's gone into place all kind of grows up. It's just going to look absolutely incredible. And I'm really pleased with today, to be honest. The fact that the park was open at like 7 o'clock, the pathways are nice and empty, queue times are low. I mean, what more could you want? And to be honest, I am going to head over to Super Nintendo World, of course, but I have to get on Stardust Racers. I have to. It's calling my name. And this at night basically has no lighting around the track, and they've done that purposefully so that each of the trains literally looks like a comet kind of streaking through the night sky. The only lights are on the trains themselves, and there they go. And like I say, 2 creds to get on this one. Oh, I bet that's going to feel nice going through those, the big old mist effect there. And look at the entrance signage here, that's pretty cool. A little bit of movement on the end there. I like that, that's good. Just lose yourself among the stars and dance across the edge of night. You'll catch a comet in its flight. Like I say, going to take advantage of the single rider here as well. Look at this theming here. And it is just a 15-minute wait for Stardust Racers. Single rider queue off onto the right, which is what I'm going to join. So let's head on, let's go. And here's just a quick look at that photo validation locker system there. You simply hit this screen here, the camera is in here, it takes your picture, a locker pops open, and then you do the same thing on the other side to grab your stuff. Really, really simple and easy, and I haven't actually seen it fail for anyone yet, so it looks pretty reliable as well. And I've just had 4 walk-on rides then on Stardust Racers. Not just because I joined the single rider queue, but it's walk-on on the main queue as well, which just goes to show that when you've got, you know, a park of this size with this much capacity, queue times are kept really nice and low, even on a grand opening day like today here at Epic Universe. But let's get back to the ride though. That is absolutely a new #1 coaster for me, with a caveat. However, it is still a #1 coaster. It is absolutely incredible. Oh, look at it go. I got goosebumps just listening to it. 4 rides on there, 2 on the green side, 2 on the yellow. Green side was row 9 and row 5, yellow side row 9 and a front row. All experiences absolutely incredible, glass smooth. The soundtrack, onboard soundtrack on there is incredible. You come out of the station, bank round to the right or to the left, depending on which side you're on, into a double launch. The first of which is quite snappy, and then you're just powered through into that second one, into that first airtime hill. And I'll tell you what, that layout is so packed full of ejector airtime, especially on the back row. It's just insane. Try and keep your hands up if you can, but it is absolutely phenomenal. You've got some banking, sideways banking, you've got the celestial spin, you've got a double up in there, and just lots of really, really cool elements. Some great views across the park as well, but I tell you what really makes that a #1 coaster is the interaction with the other train. That is where it really comes into its own, especially on the celestial spin, but all the other elements there as well. So basically the celestial spin is made up of a barrel roll down drop on the yellow side and a 0G roll on the green side. They kind of combine, twist around each other to create what they're coining as the celestial spin. And at that point, the interaction between the other train is fantastic. Looking over, just seeing everybody, and that is what really makes this a #1 coaster. Now, it has to be said, obviously, that this is one of the rides that you go through, obviously, a metal detector, make sure everything is out of your pocket. Now, obviously, we had rides like Dueling Dragons before, where unfortunately they then had to separate that dueling element because of an accident that happened. Let's hope that doesn't happen on here, because if it wasn't for the interaction between the two trains, this wouldn't be a #1 coaster, probably not even a top 5 or top 10, to be honest. With that interaction though, it's just an absolute marvel. I love it. The bank through the mist, the theming, the soundtrack on there, like I say, is amazing. You've got the flux capacitor on the trains, and I haven't even ridden this at night yet, which apparently is when it really comes into its own. So that is what I'm looking forward to. But as it stands right now, it doesn't matter. That is my new #1 coaster, Stardust Racers, here at Epic Universe.